Hey everyone, so it's Nikki and we're going to talk about home warranties today. And so did you ever were you buying a home and wondered what a home warranty was? Or are you a seller and did you know that that can help you sell your home? Well, we're going to answer those questions today and just a few minutes. So hold on tight and we'll get going. Hey Kerri, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fabulous. So we're doing we have a special guest today. I'm kind of excited to bring her on.
I'm
She's with
excited to learn about home warranties too.
I know, and there's I have used a few with my clients in the past, and we've had some really great success with them. So I'm super excited to announce Courtney Roth today. She's with Home Warranty of America, and I'm going to go ahead and bring Courtney on. Welcome, Courtney. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing well. How are you ladies?
Fabulous. So, I know when I write up an offer, I'm a real estate person and I do Washington and I do Nebraska. And when I write up an offer, there's always that place where, does your buyer want to buy a home warranty? And I don't know if all the states are like that, but I definitely know Washington has that on like a line item. And I've had some really good experience with my clients when they have gotten one. And I think they're super cool. So I'm excited to hear a whole bunch about what you're going to tell me today.
Yeah, let's go. So a home warranty helps you as the realtor and the seller from post-sale disputes. It is designed to save homeowners money when covered appliances break down to normal wear and tear. So we have free listing coverage during that listing period, and HWA will cover up to $3,000 during that period. And it's with the intent that it'll be transferred over to buyer's coverage at closing. I explain it as the continental breakfast, and then they get the full buffet whenever it's transferred over to buyer's coverage.
Hold on, Courtney. I got to ask you a question. We're talking about buyers and you jumped to sellers. So, okay, let's talk about sellers first. I'm totally game for this one. It's all good. So sellers, a lot of people don't know that this can be a great marketing tool for you because, when you're buying a home, even if you get a home inspection, there's no warranty. Like you get the stove and it's, maybe not a brand new stove or anything like this. Or even if it is a new stove, because sometimes they break too right away. Mm-hmm. And, there's some big benefits of having, that peace of mind as a buyer. And if a seller's offering that and having that peace of mind, right. To be able to, know that, it's covered. And then if something goes wrong, you might have some, some like benefits or back or some assistance or whatever. I'm trying to say, I'm trying to look my words here.
No, absolutely. During that listing period, if an appliance isn't doing too well, that's something that we can cover. And then that home inspection, we do not have age restrictions on the home or the appliances, say everything checks off in proper working order. And then something breaks down after closing. That's whenever you file a claim, we step in. We will always repair before we replace. So it's just based on that technician's diagnosis. Mm-hmm. And we have increased our sales caps. In 2024, we launched a new brochure. So we have 3 different plan types, and it's really, you can adjust it how you want to based on your clients. And you have it pulled up right here. We have gold, platinum, and diamond. And so
the different levels, obviously the more expensive the stone is, like the higher that or the more things that are covered in your things, correct?
Correct. Yes. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. That's our top plan.
Awesome. So, so like, let's say that a seller decides, you know what, okay, I've got maybe some older appliances, I've got some new appliances and, but I don't really want to spend that much money. I just want to cover like the basics and stuff like that. So they offer that as part of incentive, and buyer comes along and buyer, says, okay, I want an offer. Fine. I'll love that idea. Thank you very much. And they take it. But, I'm kind of concerned about that hot water heater, and maybe it's on your platinum plan or whatever plan, a different diamond plan, whatever it is, but can they upgrade that plan?
Absolutely.
For the difference? Okay.
Absolutely. So a lot of my agents, they gift, their clients with a home warranty at closing. It's taken out of proceeds, whoever it comes from. Typically, we expect a check from title, but say your, agent gives you the gold plan, you have 30 days after closing date to either upgrade to platinum or diamond or add any additional coverages. We have, pool coverage, sewer, that kind of thing. So 30 days after closing date.
And that's kind of cool. So you mentioned sewer, and I know septic is a lot of them too. So I know they cover different things. So there's a lot. I mean, like, I'm going to kind of flip over here if you don't mind for just a second. So we're not going to go in all of this detail, guys, today, but if anyone wants this, please definitely reach out to me and I can include this. But there's a lot of verbiage you got to read through. There we go. Right? So there's some things that are covered, some that aren't. So like if your septic system breaks, they're not going to replace, I'm assuming, the whole septic system, but they would fix it or something probably. Right?
Correct. Yes. So your clients either go online or they can call to file that claim. We will assign a technician. They come out, they, get a diagnosis, they get it back to us. And I don't know off the top of my head what our cap is for sewer, but if, the issue is that large, we will cover up to that cap amount. And then the remainder is due to the homeowner. But that's just what a home warranty is kind of designed. We save money on these big systems, big appliances. Typically, this is the biggest investment that, these buyers are making. So emotions are high. And when a big system fails, that's whenever Home Warranty of America and myself, we step in and provide peace of mind. And we kind of just
get freaked out. So I'm going to tell a little story about one of my clients who actually did get one of these in, and it was a really cool thing because so what they did is it was a VA buyer, and he ended up having a little bit of extra money, and it was enough to do that. And he says, you know what, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do this. And we did have a home inspection, and they went through the whole home inspection process because obviously it's VA, and VAs have to have a home inspections. So he did all that, and then he decided he was leaving the country. This was probably within like 6 months. He decided to rent his house out. And so the rental company came through, did a walkthrough and said, oh, your dishwasher's not working. And he was able to go to the home warranty and say, hey, my dishwasher's not working. And so they were able to, they came in and they brought their technician. I don't remember if it was $50 or $75 for the visit, but it was $50 or $75. So it wasn't a lot of money out of pocket. They came in, they looked at it, and they said, oh, nope, can't fix it. Here's a new dishwasher. So for him, it worked out really nicely because it was, he literally, he was a single guy. He'd never used his dishwasher the whole entire time he lived there. The home inspector, it worked when we did it and made no notes about it at all. And anyway, it worked out really well for him. So it was very little out of cost. So, out of pocket. So that was super, super cool for my buyer at that time. So
yes, absolutely.
So how long do these warranties last? What's the duration?
Yeah, so we are actually 13 months, and a lot of companies are 12. It's just that year after closing date, but we offer that extra month. That's what sets us apart.
Okay.
Is there any option to renew after that? So, and they can, have that coverage as long as they want to.
Okay. I've got another question for you. What if I've owned my home for like 20 years? Can I still buy one of those?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. So we,
even if I know everything's going to break, and I know everything's going to break within like 6 months, right?
Your water heater broke on Saturday night.
Yeah. So we actually created a program called HWA After, and it was a little bit after 2020, when the world kind of hit the fan and home warranties were really written out of the contract during that time. We created this program that, instead of having to buy direct to consumer, which is a little bit more expensive, you get the real estate pricing, which is cheaper, and the agent gets a $75 referral each HWA after you sell. So it does not matter how long you've owned the home, just as long as you haven't closed in over 60 days, you qualify for HWA After.
Okay. What happens if you decide you don't want to sell? If you just want to keep your house, but you just want the coverage?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you haven't gone through escrow in 60 days, so you can have owned it for 20 years and call me and say, I think I want to get a home warranty, and you get real estate pricing. If, we'll put a realtor on there and they can get that $75 referral, But
Kerri, I think you and I both need one of those. We're both talking right before you got on here, Courtney. We're talking about how we both have older homes and stuff, and it's like, oh, I'm so afraid she was talking about how your hot water heater went out, and I was like, oh, I know mine's going to go this year too.
Yeah, that's why I was giggling when you talked about the hot water heater. I'm like, she's pushing my button because ours went out on Saturday morning.
It's a big ticket item along with that HVAC system. So that's a big one that I deal with a lot. Thankfully, I have the Northwest region. I don't have like Texas where it's, 100 degrees in the middle of summer. That's, a trying time for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. So when you talk about new appliances, like for instance, like with my buyer, when he got his replaced, is it equal or less value? I mean, I never did understand that. I know I didn't go back through, and I'm sorry to do my homework and read that, and I'm sure it's in there. But
no, you're fine. So we will replace with a like
model. If I had a big Viking stove, for instance, it was like, and all of a sudden it just broke. Would that be comparable or?
So yes, typically we would replace with a like model, but say that it is a professional series appliance. With that diamond coverage, we have increased the cap amount for professional series appliances. I believe it's $2,500. Oh no, $5,000. It increases professional series appliances up to $5,000. That's why our diamond plan is, superior. So.
Right. Okay. And those are per year. You can buy a couple years in advance, right? If you wanted to.
Absolutely. We go up to 3 years, and we do have the option for new construction. So it would start that 366th day after closing. That builder's warranty typically lasts a year. And so we will have that coverage. It's purchased at the time of closing, and it starts 366 days after.
Okay. So I have a question, because I mean, I get to that's when I sell new construction, and even with a home inspection, it's like, oh, it's new. Nothing's going to go wrong. How often do you see stuff that goes wrong with new construction?
So really, I don't, because within that first year, they're not calling us, they're calling that builder or whatever. So even after, I mean, I know they don't make appliances like they used to, because I know I have a garage fridge that'll probably last longer than I will, but appliances now are a little bit different. So it's just hit or miss, but typically those are more repairable.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I can tell you a horror story about someone with new construction. I had a friend move into brand new construction, and she got brand new appliances, dryer, washer, plugged it in, and it just kept stopping, and it wasn't drying her clothes. And she's just like, what the heck? This is brand new. I think the heating element works. Someone came out. They said there's nothing wrong with it. Well, the builder forgot to connect the output to the ventilation, and so it was just going underneath the house, and because it was open air, it caused a short in the dryer, so it just kept on stopping working. Wow. So they can forget things.
Yeah, they do. Yes, what else would you like to tell us? I noticed you had a couple of other things on here, and like I said, I kind of scanned. I didn't go into a whole lot of detail because there's so much information here, but I saw this one. Did you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yes. So this is available with our diamond plan, and this is actually very new. I really haven't had any experience with it yet, but we offer identity theft protection and home title monitoring, and that's with our diamond plan, our top plan.
Okay. So does this
that's helpful to have, because people don't realize someone can just quit claim themselves onto your home, and you'd be like, oh, you have ownership? How did that happen?
Yes. So yeah, this is new
title lock, right?
Mm-hmm. News headlines right now.
Yeah. And so we do have, new features that we've added on, but really just those main, coverages. That's typically what I deal with day to day. But I did want to mention, so on all plans, we offer rekey. Your new buyers move in, they pay that trade call fee, and we will rekey that house for them. So that's just they get to try out the home warranty right away, and they get those new keys.
That's kind of nice. Can they do a like the fingerprint ones, or is it just the lock and key?
No, it's just the lock and key that we cover.
Okay. Just want to check. Yeah. I know I got like 6 kids, and my kids were in and out all the time, and if we had keys, they would have.
I know. I bet we add that feature soon, just because it is becoming more popular.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I saw another one I wanted to ask you about too. I don't think it was that one, but we did kind of talk about that a little bit. You have phone protection as well now too.
Yes. So this is new as well. It's unlimited devices, per home, and it's 2 claims per year, I believe, and we will cover up to $800 per claim.
Wow.
For that mobile home protection.
So if I drop my phone into the sound again, it would cover it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a gray area. I hope so. I'll fight for it.
There was a story behind that. So, but I mean, does it cover everywhere that you lose it, or is it just in your home if you lost it in your house or something?
No. It's like if you get water damage, if your screen cracks, instead of having to go to the Apple store, pay $1,000, you can do it through us. It's just an add-on of extra protection,
Okay, perfect. Were there any of the other slides that I needed to bring up for you?
I think we really hit the main topics. The claim process, there are a lot of home warranty companies, and realtors know it's the rep that makes the difference. And that's where I feel I stand out. I have been the rep for the Northwest region for almost 7 years now. And the claims process is where I really shine. That's where people are, need the most help. And that's where I step in. I help. The realtors aren't having to get involved unless, they want to. But peace of mind. That's what.
Well, you know what? You guys earn your total keep because, like I mentioned, like we did a home inspection, but they didn't make any notes at all in the home inspector, and the home inspector didn't make any notes. And so my client was actually denied the claim originally the first time. And I called up the rep and I said, hey, look, I said, we had it checked out. We were both there. I mean, it was like, it was running and it was fine. And, it was chat. He just didn't pay notes because it was fine. And I said, but the guy's a single guy, hasn't been there. And, it's like 6 months later. So, and they were nice enough to go ahead and do that. So, but the rep had a lot to do with it, getting involved and to help us out. So yes.
Absolutely. Okay.
Anything else? We got it all?
Just an easy acronym I use for home warranty is PEACH, to help you remember what it covers: plumbing, electric, appliances, cooling, and heating.
Okay.
So when you think home warranty, think HWA, orange, and peach.
Okay. And then we have a little bit on, is this pricing here?
Yes. So this is multi-year, multi-flats, new construction, and over 5,000 square feet.
Okay. And so it depends on what kind of home you're buying, right? Depending on what your pricing level is. And then it depends on how many years you want it for and what level you want it for and what kind of appliances and stuff like that you want to.
Yes.
So you do condos and townhomes and manufactured homes. You do them all, right?
Yes. So that's on the last page. The default is, single family home, but we do cover condos, manufactured homes, mobile homes, all of that good stuff. Yep. It's down at the bottom.
Okay. Perfect. So you guys, if you want to, if you're interested in doing a home warranty, we've got Courtney here. Reach out to me. I will make sure you guys get in touch, get her hooked up with you, and we can get that going. And anyone can do this, not just if you're buying a house. So that's always a good thing. So like, if you're like me and it might be something to think about. And if you're buying a home or selling a home, it can be a great thing too. And sellers, I mean, and I think a lot of people think about when you're buying it too. I'm going to go there really quickly and I'm going to let everybody go. But you really think about you're buying a new home and that's when you really think about it. But what a lot of people don't understand is if a seller does this, it covers them while they're on the market. So if you have an appliance and all of a sudden your refrigerator breaks out in the middle of all the showings and stuff, you're not going to go, oh, I mean, it'll be fixed or we'll get a new one. Don't worry about it. It's covered. And so that's a huge peace of mind when you're selling your home. And then the fact that you're offering that like as a concession almost, that you're giving them an incentive to look at your home versus maybe your neighbor's home, that's kind of big. So it's a good selling tool. All right. All right.
Well, I learned a lot today.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry?
I said I learned a lot today, so I'm glad Courtney joined us.
Yes, I was hoping she'd be here. So we missed you. Are you right? I heard you were sick last week, so glad you're feeling better.
Yes, I went skiing, and I mean, it just takes it out of my body and my immune system. And I sounded so hoarse. I was like, I can't do this to them. So thank you.
Glad you joined us. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and follow button, and we will see you next week. Same time, same place.